Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. This is Adventure 6, I believe. Adventure 6, Gold for Fools and Princes. A lofty sounding title for a very uninspired and lazy adventure. And one with a final boss that has to be seen to be believed. So yes, this one I did some more checking. Been kind of keeping my eye on some of the folks who wrote these adventures, and Miss Dominique Dickey, who I think might work for Monty Cook. She is another very angry young lady. As you can see, the kind of folks that she retweets, the ACAB crowd. That is what we're dealing with here. So, you have been warned. This, as I said, it's a very simple adventure. Like I said, quite uninspired, too. I did not like this one at all. I didn't care for it one bit. The players will arrive in the Sensa Empire, which is, I guess, comprised of 3 city-states. And yes, the streak is broken. There are no festivals. No festivals described, no festivals as a hook. Your characters are there to work, so they may not know what to do with themselves, but you'll have to get them on track. And when they arrive, they'll find out that at the Gold Warren Mines, I guess they mine gold here. That's their lifeblood of the Sensa Empire. There's a bunch of miners trapped. So they are looking for folks to help them out. That's when the players will meet Overseer Uzoma, who I guess is the overseer of the mine. She is one stout-looking dwarf lady. She kind of reminds me of Otis Sistrunk from the Oakland Raiders back in the day. Yes, she will address a crowd, which is supposed to include your characters, and ask for adventurers to help them out, rescue these miners. And also there are a couple of crown princes, Prince Simbon and Prince Karina. And lo and behold, before you know it, a bunch of giant scorpions rise up and attack. And it's, of course, up to the players working with the princes to help destroy the scorpions. I think they're magical, so they just disappear. Overseer Uzoma just kind of steps back and watches, and maybe this is, in her mind, some kind of a test, but it's obviously meant to be an encounter that you'll survive. So, yes, you have just signed yourself up for a job to go rescue some poor miners. Now, Uzoma will introduce the characters to Awa, who escaped from the mine, I guess, before they were completely trapped. And this Awa has a story about a 6 or 8-legged creature. I think it's 6. That's supposed to be extinct. It's meant to tantalize your players. Oh my lord, what could this be? When you see what it is, let's just say you're going to be very underwhelmed. Very underwhelmed. So yes, your group and the 2 princes will accompany you to go rescue the miners. But lo and behold, something is rotten in Denmark. Prince Karina has conspired with the High Priest Keiju to manufacture this crisis so he can, I guess, look good and ultimately get the crown of the Sensa Empire. So you in your group, you have a mole, and It's going to be up to the players to figure that out. It's very simple. They actually go meet this high priest, who gives them probably some misleading information, I believe. Then they go to the mines. They're supposed to free the miners and eventually find evidence of Karina's guilt. But not before. Not before they fight the final boss. And Orumvarox, which is this thing. Yes, a giant ferret. Now, this is why I have little respect for the person who wrote this. She did not care. I will read a quote directly from Miss Dominique Dickey about this monster. Quote, "I decided to try and make my monster friend-shaped," says Dominique Dickey. "I asked that the art for this monster be playful, capricious, and visually similar to a ferret. I imagined it as a long noodle that just happens to have a lot of legs. Those legs probably being very good for snuggles if the Orumvarox is not trying to kill you." So yes, that is what we're dealing with. This is a monster that the author can't take seriously. How do you expect your players to? When you unveil this, get ready for a bunch of snickering and chuckles at the table. It does not look very menacing to me either. I think it's got 15 or 52 hit points. Excuse me. Not really a heavy hitter from what I can see. Any good party and can probably take care of this thing, especially if this is for 7th level adventurers. Wow. Could you imagine being 7th level? Going through a couple of nights of adventure, maybe you have a exceptional DM. They're trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. And you reach the miners, you send them on their way, and then all of a sudden this is what is awaiting your players. Yes, very, very bad. A pitiful boss scene. So this adventure gets an F. Obviously, the designer didn't care. And other than that, a couple of other final points. The artwork has gone back to being pretty terrible, I thought, in this. A couple of the pictures aren't bad. A couple of the scenes. They make the Orumvarox look slightly more menacing in one of the pictures. But you also get pictures like this. Yes, this is Prince Simbon, who looks like he's on stage at the Improv or Caroline's, delivering his stand-up act. But look at that sword too. Just look at how flat it is. There's literally no depth to that. It is a 2-dimensional sword shoved on to this drawing. I mean, the drawing of the figure itself is okay, but it's almost shocking how bad that sword is. So, yes, a big failure. The Gold for Fools and Princes. Not much more to say. As far as the wokeness, there's some stuff about there being labor unions and fighting for the common worker. Nothing too bad. I honestly think Dominique was just too lazy to put that stuff in. She probably had an assistant just say, "Hey, I got a job at Wizards of the Coast to pump out a 10-page adventure. I'm just going to sub this out to you." So, yes, this is not good at all. But yes, that is all for this week. If you can, remember, like the video, subscribe, try to share it around. Just getting going. We're almost halfway through this book, which so far has been a steaming pile of, you know what. So, Next time we will be back with Trail of Destruction. Sounds good, right? I'm willing to bet it's not. So that's all for now. Till we meet again. Goodbye.